Okay, let's give you guys some practice now. So remember, to differentiate something, the n comes down, the x stays the same, and then the power gets minused by 1. So it becomes this. So to differentiate this, it will then become this. So use that to differentiate the following. So differentiate each of these. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do the first one, rewrite, well, if you differentiate this, it's just simply the 3 comes down, so that will then become dy by dx equals, that would be 12x, and then the power gets minus by 1, so that would be 2. So that's your dy by dx for the first one. Okay, so now the second one, you want to rewrite this as y equals x to the power of something. Try and rewrite this get it into this form here. So this thing here is really x to the power of -3. So so this thing is exactly the same as this thing, but just written differently. So now that it's in this form, we can differentiate it. So dy by dx equals, well, the power gets the power comes down, so that will be -3. The x stays the same, and then the power gets minused by 1, so that would be to the power of -4. So that's your answer, but we need to tidy this thing up. So this block here becomes 1 over x to the power 4. So that's one block. And then this is another block here, so this is -3, but then it gets multiplied to the top. So so that would then become -3 over x to the power 4. So this is your answer. Dy by dx equals -3 over 4. Okay, and then for C here, try and rewrite it try and get it into this form, y equals x to the power of something, but then you've got this 7 here. So the trick here is to do this. Imagine this block as being, as being a block of 7 times 1 over x to the power of 4. So imagine this thing here as being this, because if I were to give you a block times a fraction, you would multiply this to the top to give you this. So rewrite this as this thing here. So now turn this into x to the power of -4. So this is what you've got. You've got one block multiplying with another block. So that's this. So now you're in the desired form. So you can start to differentiate now. So differentiate. So dy by dx equals. Let's leave this here for the time being. And then drag the 4 down, the -4 down. The x stays the same, and then the power gets minused by 1, so that would be -5. Let's merge these two together because these are being multiplied together, so that would then become -28, and then you've got your x, and then -5 here. And then we've got to tidy this up. So at the moment you've got one block multiplying with another block, so turn this block into 1 over x to the power of +5. That's one block. And then you've got your -28. This gets multiplied to the top, so that would then become -28 over x to the power 5. So that's your dy by dx. Okay, so next one. So now D. So to do D, let's imagine this as being y equals. So we are doing this. Let's imagine this as being 1 over x to the power of 1/2, and then that's the same as x to the power of -1/2. So so this thing here can be written as this. So now it's in the desired form. Remember, the desired form is x to the power of something. Look, it's x to the power of -1/2. So now we're ready to differentiate. So differentiating this, so dy by dx equals, well, the index comes down, so that would be negative a half. The x stays the same. The power gets minus by 1. So negative a half, take away 1. But we can imagine 1 as being 1 over 1. And then you've got to get the two denominators to be the same. So you times top and bottom here by 2. So that would then become 2 over 2. 2 over 2. Well, remember, 2 over 2 is the number 1. Well, anyway, two denominators being the same, so that would be negative 3 over 2. So this thing, take away 1, is actually negative 3 over 2. So that's your answer there, but we need to tidy this up. So this block here can become 1 over the positive version, 3 over 2. So that's one block, and then you've got negative a half. So now top times top, bottom times bottom. So that would become negative 1 over 2x to the power of 3 over 2. So that's your dy by dx. Okay. So now next one. So now we are now at E. So get it into the desired form. So let's imagine this as being a block of 5 times a block of 1 over cube root of x. So so that then becomes a block of 5, and then 1 over x to the power of a third, because that's what cube root is. So that becomes that, and then we want it in the desired form. So imagine this as being a block of 5 times a block of x to the power of negative a third. So now it's in the desired form. So this is y here, y here. So now we can differentiate. Dy by dx equals, well, this thing comes down, so that would be negative 5 over 3. The x stays the same. The power gets minus by 1. So wait there, negative a third, take away 1. 3 over 3 is 1. So that would be negative 4 over 3. Negative 4 over 3. So that's dy by dx. So now we just need to tidy this up. So you've got one block multiplying with this block. So that would become negative 5 over 3 times, so that's one block, times 1 over the positive version, 4 over 3. So now top times top, bottom times bottom. So that will then become negative 5 over 3 x to the power 4 over 3. So this is your dy by dx. Okay, and then the last one, imagine this as being y equals 1 over 4 as one block, and then you've got your square root of x. Because if I were to give you this, you would just multiply this to the top, giving you this thing here. Well, imagine this as being this. So now that's the same as x to the power of a half. So that's the same as x to the power of a half. This is 1 over 4. So this is one block multiplying another block. So now we're ready to differentiate. So differentiate, so that will then give you dy by dx equals, well, the power comes down, so that would be, well, let me leave this block alone. The power comes down, so that would be a half. The x stays the same, but then the power gets minus by 1. A half take away 1 is actually negative a half. So that would be negative a half here. So you've got 3 blocks being multiplied together. Let's tidy this block up. So that would then become 1 over the positive version. So you've got your a half here, and then you've got your a quarter here. So now let's merge these two together. So that would be 1 over 8, and then this thing here, oh, by the way, this thing here is the square root of x. So that's 1 over square root of x. So now that becomes top times top, bottom times bottom. So that would be 1 over 8 root x. So that's your dy by by dx. This is your answer. Okay.